All right, so the expectation in, I believe, so we're here, part 2 starts here till the 22, and part 3 starts from 22 to 29. So the expectation by the 29th is something like this, okay? Obviously 1 minute. Please do not copy paste this. It took me an hour to do, and it doesn't tell a story or anything close to a story. As you can see, everything is in story. If I turn off story, there's nothing playing, right? So I did not do any edits outside of story. This comes after story, the edits. So that's it. See all the transitions. So here, all the transitions are smooth. There's no big, huge slowdown or speed up of the animation. So see here, like it goes from a run to a run stop, and then the jump down is smooth, and then he transitions into combat smoothly. And then Pepe goes for the nut shot. Okay, so as smooth as you can using blending, using transitions from from the clip art folder here, the motions. You have three folders full of mocap, and you have the previs moves folder again with a bunch of mocap in there, and the Mixamo stuff, right? If you're still missing stuff, if you remember in Mural, forgot to show you this. I can probably send you guys a Mayo with all these resources. Actually, it's not gonna open. I'm gonna open it here. Previs resources. So the file that I'm opening now is this one, resources. Okay, and what that file has is a bunch of mocap sites that have mocap, free mocap. So mocap, motion capture resources, 3D files, tutorials, all these links have free mocap in them. Okay, so this is another resource. So you have this folder, the clip art with these 3 folders, Mixamo, and these sites. Okay, so you have enough data to work with to build your story. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Any questions for the next 2 weeks on what you just saw and what I just explained? Anybody has any questions on this before I move on to? Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Um, I think the look doesn't really matter as long as we can tell, where it is, kind of, like, is it in space or is it in, something to set the environment, to set where the characters are taking place. You know what I mean? If you want to sell it with just maybe like a, like a matte painting in the background with just the plane and a texture of an alien or alien spaceship or something, you can use that. You can drag a plane and drag a texture on it like a matte painting, and it will be in the background. I can show you quickly how to do that. So it's as simple as you go on elements, you drag a plane, you scale it to whatever size you want, you to rotate it so that it becomes a matte painting, 90 degrees. And then you drag a texture. Hopefully, maybe pictures. I'll drag this one. See, it's as simple as that. And make sure when you save embed media with this on, because it will embed the texture inside the FBX. So it's as simple as that. You know, I'm not going to grade you on environment, but I need to know where those characters are. Where are they taking place in which environment? And this is one way if you want to cheat it with a matte painting in the background. I don't mind. Yeah, no problem. Sure. Okay. In part one, the one due today, I'm not sure what you mean by mocap. Um, uh, I mean, the three options that I mentioned today are for you to pick whatever you desire to make your film. So it's the movement of the characters is a requirement. So you know, I'm not sure. I don't think I understand the question. Sorry, I apologize. Because I need to see the characters moving. And where the movement comes from is from these three folders, from the previs, from XAML, and from the file I just showed you on Moodle. So yes, if they have everything you need, that's perfect. But if you're missing stuff, these are other options for you. These folders. Okay, good. Anybody else? Yes, Tara. Hi. Al- oh, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely do that. So a light is as simple as if you go in elements and just drag and drop a light, and then you don't see it because you're in models only. So you have to go normal, display normal, and then it shows up. And now here, if you go in properties, you select the light and you go in properties, you have light settings. So you could choose point light, infinite light. I'm not sure what infinite light, I think it's just a global tint. Spotlight, you can have a bunch. I'm not going to show you all the settings, but there's color, there's the usual stuff you see in Maya. So it's not very, complex. You did okay. Is it because there's other lights in the scene? There's nothing. Okay. Well, we can look at it if you want together. I can. You can send me the scene, and I can look at it for you. Okay. Also, or you can open the navigator and lights and check what you have there. There might be too many lights, and it's causing the blackout. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, usually the intensity. The intensity is the big one. But yeah, send me the file. I'll look at it. Yep, no problem. Anybody else? Before I yeah, yes, Don. Mm, it does something like, yeah, I'm not gonna see it with this one. Let me drop in a character. Yeah, derezzing. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, let me open this guy. So something like this. You lose it like this. Okay, so this is the near and far plane. I would maximize it as much as possible. So obviously, if you have a camera, go with the HD, and then 1280 by 720. So that's your default camera angle. So if you guys don't remember, if you want to use, oh, I didn't set, there's no camera actually. Um, yes, so this is a, I don't know if you guys remember this. If you drop a camera, this is the new camera I just dropped in. So by default, I set it to default to have these settings. So if you just drop in one camera and have 1280 720 with a square, so you could see the save frames, just click on save as default. So now every time you drop a camera, you will have the same settings. So Don, the settings for this, so I already did it actually. Yeah, see, I already did it. I'm just gonna go back to perspective to show you the how to fix it. You have a setting. This kind of problem. Okay. The lag are using VPN. Okay, so you're using a local PC with the Autodesk products. Okay. Mm, yeah, if you're actually that's kind of that's a good point, Megan. If you're working in Motionbuilder in story mode like this, and you're moving clips around, it will get a little bit laggy. So try to work with models only like this in story mode, because it hides the skeleton, it hides the control rig. It will get a lot faster. But no problem. But when you try something, Don, try something with the near and far plane. Put one, and this one, put it at, put like 6 nines. It will just turn to plus. So then you don't have that problem anymore. You could try that. If you're still having problem, let me know. Yeah. Uh, okay. I'm not sure. Okay. If it does get very slow, so let's say you're like a little bit off here, Listen, I'm gonna put a couple of cubes in there. So you I'm sorry? Share screen? I'm already sharing my screen. You don't sorry, I didn't get the question. Oh yeah, like in the evening or the weekend? Yeah, sure. I already did that so with a couple of people on the weekend. So you just let me know what time do you want to meet up, and I can set up a Zoom because Zoom is better because I can, if you're still having problems, I can take control of your PC and I can kind of find the problem. Okay, just yeah, just send me a Mario. We'll set up something on the weekend. Sounds good. Yeah. So for the panning issues, if you're kind of like stuck like this, you can't, it doesn't pan or rotate properly. Select something, press F to zoom in on the object, and now the panning is back to normal. And you can actually do that with the character. So if you lose the character and you want to go back to it super quick, switch to the character, click on the grayscale on the black area, and press F. So you will zoom in on the selected controller. I hope this helps, Tyra. I'm not sure if this is the problem you were having, but try those tips. Okay? No problem. Okay. Anything else? Anybody have other questions before? Yes. The whole scene brighter. There is a there's a default. Let me check. And lights, yeah, there is a default global light. Let me just drag in a character. Merge, no animation. I mean, it's already bright with this guy, but let me see if we can crank it up. Uh, it's too dark, huh? So try crank up the global light. If it's not helpful, try to drag in a light. Does it look something like this? So you probably have lights in there already in the, it's a downloaded environment. You made it? Okay, nice. So yeah, drag in a light. By default, I believe it's a point light. You can either get the properties through here or through double clicking here, and just crank it up. Play with the color. It's probably like something like this. You can crank it up to all white and play with the intensity. Not really. That's probably your easiest way. You can play with the materials here if you assign materials in Maya, but you have to go one by one each material. So that's probably your quickest way to just make the whole thing brighter. Okay. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. All right. So I'm gonna pause this video. I'm gonna create another one.